Oh, he's going long. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, got it. Okay, locked and loaded. Somehow I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't feel like I should have that much room, but I realize it's been 2 years since I've been to Idaho. It's also been 2 years since Ryan bought his Cub, and he's never flown it in the Idaho Backcountry. So my friend Jeff invited us to go hang out at his cabin. We couldn't say no, so we're going to Idaho. Showing 2.5 hours left on this leg. Basically, we're jumping up to Nampa. The reason we're going to Nampa is it has car gas that I can put in here, have gas for him, and good food. Dude, Ryan's plane is relatively the same speed as mine, but normally a little slower. And today he's going faster than me, and it's like, to keep up, I'm going past the RPM I like to cruise at. He must just be more in the throttle, but also he's got really small tanks and naturally burns more fuel than me. So we're gonna have to stop at some point and throw a couple bags of fuel in his wings.
You probably could have made it, huh?
Yeah.
And Nampa traffic, Kit Fox 8 Juliet, flight of 2, now 2 miles to the southeast. We'll be crossing center field for left traffic as well for 1-1.
Just landed at Nampa. We got a really good restaurant here, so we're gonna go get some food and grab some fuel here, then work our way up even farther north. The one downside is there's a bunch of smoke. I guess it's blowing in from like up in Canada, and that was not anticipated. Dang, we were hoping we were early enough in the year to not deal with smoke, but hopefully it's just not too thick back there. I'm a little late today. Normally I am starting every day first thing with AG1, and I know I've told you guys about AG1 before, but they were nice enough to sponsor another one of my videos, so thank you to AG1. And for those of you that don't know what AG1 is, it's basically daily nutrition that's made powerfully simple. It's made up of 75 high quality whole food sourced ingredients such as vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, and probiotics, all packed together in one easy to drink and actually I think very tasty drink that you start every morning with. And it's a good way to just start off on the right foot, making sure that we're putting the right stuff in our body so that we feel good. You'll have better sustained energy through the day, which is a huge thing for me, better mental clarity. Again, we're about to fly in the backcountry in some smoke, so that is all huge. Plus, it helps with gut health. Yeah, it's basically just a no compromise daily habit that's super simple that keeps you on top of your game. AG1 is going to give my community a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Thanks again, AG1, for sponsoring this. Now we're gonna go get some lunch after I finish my AG1.
We did short work of that.
Tower Grill, if you're ever in Nampa, absolutely recommended.
Traffic, Kit Fox 8 Juliet, flight of 2, about 6 miles to the south, 6,000 inbound, landing 3-4, McCall.
Just landed at McCall. That was a mellow flight. Start of the hostile terrain, which we better get used to because we are going to the backcountry, but we're gonna grab a last little splash of gas and then popping over to the Salmon River to get to Jeff's place. So, home stretch.
Backcountry traffic, Kit Fox 8 Juliet, just downstream of Mackey Bar, gonna be entering an overhead pattern for Copenhaver. I don't see Jeff, but I see his plane there.
doing, buddy?
We are just flying over. How's the wind down there?
It was nothing a minute ago when I looked at the sock. It's pretty dead still. Yeah, you're good.
Awesome. So Ryan, make sure you take note of where those cones are where we're touching down. And yeah, everything else is pretty straightforward.
Alrighty.
Made it Jeff's place here, Copenhaver. A little slice of heaven on earth. I can't tell you how much I really love this place. I'm hoping one day, I'll find a lot out here and build on it. But we're at 2,400 feet. That's down from 8,000. So it's one thing that's different about the actual Idaho backcountry compared to like the flying I do down by Reno is that, you know, I'm doing like more off airport kind of bush style flying. Backcountry flying here is just this crazy rugged, I don't know if you can tell the canyon behind me, it's just so tight. So different type of flying. Normally we're landing at longer, smoother spots, but it's just harsher terrain and harder to get down to those strips. So I think it got Ryan's blood pumping. But anyway, we're gonna go up to his cabin, figure out our sleeping arrangement, and figure out a game plan for the rest of the day.
What are you? What is that haircut?
So, Ty and Cade are supposed to be flying in, but I don't know if you can tell behind us, there's been some like thunder clouds a-brewing. We've heard thunder. And the wind's kind of starting to do the swirly stuff. So we're gonna go tie down our planes and we're gonna hope that Ty and Cade are just being safe. I think they'll be fine, but you always start to worry when you got buddies flying in you know, different weather. What do you think? Idaho backcountry.
It's insane.
You haven't even like...
I haven't seen anything, but what I saw is...
I liked your reaction on the radio though, just landing here where you're like, okay.
Oh my God.
That might have been the craziest thing I've ever done.
It was, like going around like, that was the tightest base.
I told you, you gotta put your wing on the canyon wall.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of options.
Scrape the trees and then widen that canyon.
Yeah.
That's a good way to get me to not get your landing, because I'm up there and boom.
I was telling Kate, I'm like, this is a pretty good party trick. Like, let's see if I can do it. I used up the whole entire runway.
I did not get any of it on video, but he came by. Very tight pattern.
I can do it again. I can do it tomorrow.
Yeah. Sick. Well, glad
Yes,
you guys
I
made it
wanted.
right before dark.
We timed it perfectly.
Yeah. Ready. We're gonna go fly in the backcountry. Ryan's never been out there, so we're gonna go play around. And word on the street is there might be a coffee shop at Lower Loon.
That's the rumor.
We're hoping so. So that's worth checking out. So we're gonna go fly around. Man, I kind of feel bad for these guys. They're working on a new cabin there, but they are right behind us. Nothing like a good airplane wake-up alarm. Trent is making his turn.
I'm going to stay low below you.
Yep, gotcha.
So Ty, where's your door?
I forgot it. We were working and it was like really hot down in the valley, and I fly around without my door when it's like above 90, and we just boogied on up here, and so I just threw in a pair of Carhartts and came up here without my door. It's been kind of cool. I like it.
Oh.
You definitely get the better view.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
I'm still kind of scared of heights, and the flying with the doors open or off is like too much for me. I get like heebie-jeebies.
It was pretty sweet yesterday. We were flying by a bunch of waterfalls on the way in. I was envious of no door. He was like sticking his hand out, feeling the mist from the waterfalls.
It was really he and I were flying next to each other at one point. I'm like, watch, like just doing dumb stuff with the door off. I stuck my foot out, and instantly like the airplane pulled back like 300 feet. Like I slowed down a couple miles an hour.
He's onto something. Speed brakes.
Yeah.
Use that in stall drag.
You do that.
1 foot out the door. Yeah.
Should we go?
Horns.
Let's do vines?
Yeah.
I think let's do vines, then soldier bar, then coffee.
Okay, I'm down with that.
That's the plan.
Backcountry traffic, flight of 4 kit boxes, departing Cabin Creek, inbound for Vines, backcountry.
This is one of my favorite spots. We gotta walk over to the river. This is a cool spot. Like, this is definitely on a camping list for me. Set up tents. There's like a little camp spot right here, very rural. I think it's kind of berry though. I think there's lots of bears. So for any of you that are unfamiliar with the Idaho backcountry when it comes to aviation stuff, it's like kind of the mecca for backcountry aviation. Back in the like 1930s, the Forest Service came through and built all these strips as like emergency access for firefighting crews, as well as people that I think were just watching for fires. But basically, thanks to a couple organizations that have been fighting to protect this, all of these strips are grandfathered in so we can still land on them. Even when we're in a wilderness where no other motorized vehicles are allowed, we are able to come fly in here. And it truly is like some of the most rugged remote terrain in the lower 48, but it's just riddled with airstrips. So it's a really, really cool experience for a pilot. It's probably like, to me, one of the top tiers. You know, I've yet to get up to Alaska, which is on my bucket list, but Idaho is, if you're a pilot and you have a plane that's somewhat capable, you gotta experience it. So I think that's how they made the strip, right? Pull it behind a horse or something, and then the hard way.
Sure.
Was that like a box scraper?
Yeah, and you control it with that handle at the back as far as how much dig or...
Can you imagine the men that like drug this stuff back here and we're like, let's make an airstrip?
Yeah, how'd they get that back here?
206.
Yeah, what, just landed in the rocks?
No. I'm kidding.
Departing Vines. Backcountry traffic, flight of 4 kit boxes overhead, making left traffic to land Soldier Bar. Brian, any chance you could kind of expedite that taxi?
This one being a lot shorter. It's been a couple years since I've been in here.
Yeah.
And I was in the school planes, which are a little faster than mine.
Yeah. You did like stole landing, stopped at the first 100 feet and just parked there. I'm like, excuse me.
Well, you said it was rough, and it was pretty rough right at the beginning. I'm like, I don't know if I want to hit this at like 60. And then I hear
Dude,
you
they
say,
bring
"Can you
little
please
tires.
expedite?"
Like you can bring a 172 in here on regular tires.
Yeah. Yeah. I rounded out right at the end, but then hovered till the second hoop. I was like, oh, you can see the
You could,
case the
I did the
next
same
one.
thing. I was like, I'm just gonna stay here and eventually I'm gonna hit it. It'll be fine.
All right, is it coffee time?
Yeah.
Does anyone know if there's actually a coffee shop at Loon?
No,
Find
it's
out
worth a
in
try.
a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, if you had any other mode of transportation, this would be like a day or two on horseback probably, and we're gonna be there in like 10 minutes.
It's a week in covered wagon.
If we can get there.
Yeah.
Oh, covered wagon over this? You gotta be, you're not getting there in a covered wagon.
I know.
So we're currently at Soldier Bar. We're gonna work our way over to Lower Loon, where supposedly they got coffee. Which last time I was there, I don't remember there being even a building there, but when I think about it, I think I landed all the way at the bottom and kind of just stayed there. So I'm gonna go direct to Lower Loon.
12747.
I'm here.
I saw you talking in there, and I was like, I don't hear anything.
Talking to myself, man.
Where are you on? I didn't hear anybody talking.
I was talking to myself.
On special frequency.
I was talking to the GoPros, man.
Let me know if you don't think I can.
You cleared it. Backcountry traffic, flight of 4, just left Soldier Bar, working our way down Big Creek for Lower Loon.
We're not picking.
Coffee sounds amazing.
You'll have to take a few minutes of lollygag for me to heat it up, but yeah, I can hook you up for that. Yeah, wander around if you like, have a seat, whatever.
That was next level because you take card. It's a new age for the backcountry. She's like, you want me to text a receipt? No, because I won't get it for 3 days. But anyway, now we got coffee. I've not been to the hot springs up here. Cade has. He's going to be the guide. Thank you. So let's go check out these hot springs.
That rock right there that looks dry and not slippery with these flip-flops is like ice skating rink.
Dude, look at this.
Somebody else left a can. Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, look at the view. One thing I should probably update you guys on, because inevitably I'm going to get a bunch of comments on what's going on both my arms. Still fighting tennis elbow. I have been doing this like dry needling, which is like acupuncture only with a physical therapist, and they like put electrodes and shock it, and that actually has been helping. And when I'm in there, the physical therapist kind of like works through the muscles, and then I've been doing some exercises, so getting better. We have that little like tension wrap or whatever's on there now, which will come off in a few days. And then on this wrist, I had one small little mole that was like kind of weird colored, and I went in for a skin check, which I do regularly. They didn't like the color of it, scooped it off, sent it off for biopsy. It came back questionable, so they went in to cut. And I was thinking it was gonna be like 4 stitches. I mean, I have a gash that big across my wrist of how much skin they took off, so I just feel like I'm falling apart. Hit my 30s and it's just all downhill, man. But anyway, we're gonna fire up, head to Johnson Creek, and then figure out some food.
Johnson Creek traffic, Kitfox flight of 4, just east of the field, above the down one. We'll be circling down to enter a downwind for landing Johnson Creek.
Cessna 01 uniform at landmark en route to Johnson Creek at 8,000.
Johnson Creek number 1 of 4, final.
2 of 4, turn in final, Johnson Creek. Oh, I got you. Okay.
Want to.
Formation landing was sweet.
Wasn't that cool? That was fun. I looked to a turtle deck, I just see him slipping with me.
Rad.
Yeah,
that was super
what
cool.
Johnson Creek is good for.
Yeah.
You got 150 feet, you should use it.
I just love this place. Just, it's like good for the soul. But now we're gonna jump back in the plains. Plan is pop over the South Fork of the Salmon, work our way back to Jeff's place. Probably call it for flying for the day. You know, when we're back here in the backcountry, it's normally a morning only flying, although today looks pretty nice. We probably could fly more, but we're all kind of watching our fuel to make sure that we can make it out tomorrow morning, because both Ryan and I have to get back early tomorrow. So making it a quick trip, but so good to be up here.
Trent's on final.
I'm on final behind you.
All right, back at Copenhaver. Like crazy how nice and warm it is here compared to everywhere else. And here comes Ty. Oh, he's going long. Maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Oh, he's got it. Oh, Ty.
It wasn't bad.
No, you were good.
That was better than last night.
Yeah. Dude, that's got to be the tightest pattern you can physically do.
If I practice more, we could probably do it tighter, but it's, yeah. To go from full bore, 10 feet off the ground to landing,
Yeah.
that's something that
Jeff is taking way too good of care of us.
Dude, this is amazing.
Good morning. It is currently like 5:40 in the morning. Almost to sunrise, but it's bright enough to fly, so Ryan and I are gonna get fired up, try to get home before it gets too hot over the desert. Also, they're calling for some thunderstorms this afternoon, so we are doing dawn patrol, working our way south. All right, made it back safe and sound. The last little bit of that flight was a little rough. We were getting into that kind of hot desert afternoon air. But overall, that was a successful mission. Ryan, first time. How was it?
It was awesome.
It was super fun. I need to get back up there soon once the flows get down and actually be able to take the fly rod out and enjoy more of what's amazing about that backcountry, which is the access to all that water that is otherwise almost impossible to access. But anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Thanks again, AG1, for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys for sticking around. And you guys know the drill. Like this video if you do, subscribe if you haven't, come be my wingman. See you in the next one, peace.